What the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy The Goods, and we are here for episode number 29 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we discovered there was a contradiction, or maybe not. What she just said, is there a contradiction? I think so. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally, I finally got her. Ha! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fay explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... There's only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes, what is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
No!
Objection! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness would put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
The timer function.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had bought this camera just to take this picture.
Objection! What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That the crime occurred? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further? They're gonna fucking make me select on the map, I know it.
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question.
Yeah.
Where was Melissa Foster when the incident occurred on the bridge?
She would have had to have been... here. Oh, are we saying that she's the killer? Is that what we're gonna say? Hold on. We were a little bit wrong there. Hold on. Yeah, I was wrong. Hold on. I was wrong. Hold on. Can I, like, save just a little bit closer? There we go. I mean, she would have had to have been, what? Not in the car, right? She would have had to have been over here. No, because she got that picture that was there. She couldn't have crossed the bridge.
In the spot where the defendant's car was?
Yes, she had put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned.
You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny question, do you, Miss Fay?
Uh-oh, he's got that condescending tone in his voice.
If she put the body in the trunk at that time, as you suggest, that must mean that Valerie Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct? Indeed. Please take a look at the top of Dusky Bridge. It certainly looks to me like the victim is still alive, if I'm mistaken. If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? The mountain is famous for spirits, so maybe you think it was the ghost of the victim.
Well, it could have been a spirit, right?
Miss Fay! Don't waste the...
What? Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on, I would like to not have taken damage. We're saying she was the victim. Why did it let me go through that whole fucking... That's ridiculous. Naturally, the witness was right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing! Order! Miss Fay, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster!
Me!
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy in the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. Yeah, we fucking know. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Ha!
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well. This court is in recess.
Damn. So we know it's her. Now it's just a matter of, like, figuring out why. You know what I mean? Because on the realest shit, like, I vaguely remember it's something weird. It's some, like, weird, freaky, deaky shit. If I recall correctly, like, they had a relationship 5 years ago, but she was, like, 14. Which is crazy. Mr. Falls are... Eek! I'm sorry, I'm sorry! Oh, wait, I have to do his, like, anime voice.
I wanna say thanks. You're real good. You hooked me up.
Thanks, we're almost done there. Once I prove that she committed the crime... Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information, right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy's on death row for.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any minute.
It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend, huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious?
The girl.
The girl, let her go.
Shut up! Come closer, and I'll kill her!
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance.
Damn, she's tiny.
The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it.
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having police detective in your pocket's a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me!
This whole thing's fucking crazy.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
What in the fuck?
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why did you lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her, just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River.
What a fucking waste. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her, my sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel.
Your teen angel? How old is she anyway?
Just 14.
Yeah, he's a fucking menace, dude. Lock him up. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days. Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. You wanna know why that's fucking insane? You wanna see a magic trick, dude? 25. 5 years ago, he would have been 20. 20 and 14 is insane. Also, she does not have a thing. She does. Which is very interesting. So how old is she? She's 23. That's crazy. Why am I not in the court record, by the way? Why am I not here? Dude, Gumshoe was 26? Holy fuck. Damn, she's 19? Wait a minute, how old is 19 5 years ago?
14.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Falls takes the fall and gets one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a...
It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. That's actually fucking insane, by the way. I mean, you already know who it is, but there's another twist, by the way. There's like another twist. It's insane.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Fay, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten,
Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course! Mr. Judge is ready any time you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 1,000-watt smile. Or 100-watt smile, Jesus. Just when things are darkest for her. Click. She lights right up.
Very well, then. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
Melissa Foster's fucking history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
How the fuck do you know any of that?
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed.
You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case.
I think the problem is, like, do I have anything that contradicts any of that shit? So, that was used as a ransom for Dahlia. Which, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how to prove any of that shit. Until I entered college, I'd never even been to Eagle Mountain before, and I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago. I'm gonna, like, press her on that.
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he had harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, he forgot about the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
I'm gonna press harder.
You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that?
Well, I couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation keeps getting worse and worse.
I'm gonna have her added to the testimony.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Enough! Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. man. I'm a little... Does she not... Alright, hold on. I'm gonna try to just present that. Yeah. Okay.
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
White?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh!
Yeah, because she knew. She knew everything.
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up.
The reason she thought the scarf was white is because of that. The note.
Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence! There's no reason that you would have!
I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf? Ugh!
Witness, you knew what this note said, and it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster?
No!
Oh, she's wearing a pink scarf. I'm stupid.
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation!
I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten?
Yup. The third person that knew the contents of the note was. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there.
What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
Dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the dusky bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are.
Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying...
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, what?
Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. And I'm going to go ahead and end the episode on that shocking revelation that I've known the whole time, of course. No, I haven't. I've never played this game before. The Dahlia Hawthorne is indeed alive. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!